Okay guys, it's Tuesday the 26th of March. I've just been triggered in to a long position on the FTSE100. So as always with the live trade, I'm going to talk you through all aspects of the trade, the analysis, trade management, and then we'll see how we get on with this entry. So looking for it to come back up toward the 7197 zone. This week on FTSE, my main sort of approach is just being more cautious because of everything, the mess that is still going on in UK politics. Now, into the start of today, what I was doing is really I was sort of waiting for the market to open and show how it was going to react. There's lots of sort of votes, lots of decisions being made around Brexit at present. So I don't want to be in a trade around the open, and I want to see how volatile the market is going to be as we come into the open. But we've opened, we've been sort of moving around fairly normally. 21-point candle at the open, which is relatively large for the FTSE, but then we've sort of settled back down once again. Now, this position, usually, we're on the daily time frame. I'm sort of explaining it on there. I'm trying to explain the larger time frame structure. But this one, it's really to do with sort of what's been going on in the shorter term. We've came down on this market. If we come to the left, huge move down on Friday. We've put in a base, a base, a base, a base. Oops, let me just cancel that. And then into this morning, again, 1, 2, and 3. So lots of support being found. This is the main thing I was looking at, because as the market opens, I'm sort of looking what is going on during the open hours, because that's when the most volume's in the market. That's when it's most volatile. Again, we've held 3 times. MA200 is sitting in this zone, so a little bit of potentially support, a little bit of a confluence. We came down, we had a couple of pin bars sitting just up above the MA200. So then I'm looking and I'm saying, okay, where is the market likely to react if it's going to reject? And it's pretty much all the way up here. Potentially, this little spike down here, but I'm not really looking at this as overly significant. So up into here is pretty much as we start getting back into a sort of target level. So yeah, more than happy to get into the position. A little bit of a bearish move right after the signal candle, so strong bearish here, but then we get this spike up. So when people see a spike up like this and then rejection, they often just think automatically it's a pin bar, it's bearish, the market's going to break down. But very often, not always, but if you get a strong bodied candle like this and then you get a candle spiking up into it, and sort of holding, so you can see the candle body is holding bullish. Very often when you see this, it can be a type of continuation spike. The bulls have tried to ramp it back up, the bears have tried to force it back down. Although the bears have dropped the price down quite significantly, they've failed to sort of close below the close and the low of the first significant candle body. So it's a potential sign that they're running out of a little bit of steam. And very often you then see the bulls stepping back in once again and forcing the market back up, which is exactly what we've seen. It's triggered me in. Yeah, looking for a move up into these levels. If we see it, I'll be looking to take profits. We're coming straight into a resistance zone. As I've mentioned, being more cautious. Let me just get rid of these. Being more cautious, so I don't just want to blindly hold on to this position, hoping for some sort of big movement. We've got news out at 9:30. We've still got lots of stuff going on in Parliament. So really, yeah, just looking for a relatively small trade. Okay guys, that's pretty much everything to go over with the setup. So what I'm going to do is, as always, I'll pause the video. If we start to break up, I'll turn it back on. If we start to break down, I'll turn it back on. We'll have a look at what's going on, and I'll try and sort of talk you through what I'm looking at, any decisions that I'm making, and sort of try and make sense of it so you can understand and hopefully learn something from the video. Okay, so we're pressing higher, getting up toward that profit target. All I'm going to do is bring the stop to break even and protect the position. We're starting to get back to the sort of the main swing on this movement. So if it comes back down again, I just want to be out of the trade. Spiking up toward the zone, we're testing at the swing now. So if we start to see strong rejection again, I just want to come out of the trade. Okay, perfect. So trade closed, 300, around about £350 of profit. May continue with the bullish rally, but as I've mentioned, being more cautious, looking for sort of smaller movements. I don't want to be in the market for extended periods of time with everything that is going on. So simple setup, really nice, really clean price action. Those trades, I don't want to say they come all the time, but when they do come, they're very sort of nice to take. And it's really good to just sort of wait until you get those setups rather than just jumping into trades where you're not sure about and then you start to panic. If I see a trade like that, I know it's incredibly high probability that it's at least going to get back up to this swing. If it's getting up to this swing and in terms of the size of my stop, it makes sense risk reward, yeah, it's a very good entry. It's a perfect entry. And it's all just about sort of reading it before you get in, considering everything you need to consider, and then jumping into the trade and just sitting on your hands and waiting for probabilities to hopefully work out in your favor. Okay, guys, that's everything for today. As always, I hope that was helpful. Hope you're all having a great trading week. I'm James Orr, and thank you.